So we're back again with yet again another episode of The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we pretty much just killed a Goma and retrieved our first spiritual stone from the Kokiri Forest, or the Decker Tree, rather. In this episode, we're going to make our endeavors all the way through Hyrule Field and visit Hyrule Castle. Funny thing is that I actually saved the game right after I got the spiritual stone, which kind of set the time of the day way closer to the evening than I would have expected. So this will make getting to Hyrule Castle before sunset a whole lot harder. So I may have to wait about a night cycle, then I'll jump cut when it's dawn, and then go into the town. So anyway, funny thing is that I'm pretty sure everybody already knows this, but Kippora Gabora, his dialogue is just notorious for having the default answer to the one that we don't want to select already set. So if he asks, did we get all that? And it's already going to say no. If I press it by accident, then it just happens. But I've already come to my senses of what to expect. It appears that the time has finally come for you to start your adventure. You will encounter many hardships ahead. That is your fate. Do not feel discouraged, even during the toughest times. Go straight this way, and you will see Hyrule Castle. You will meet a princess there. If you are lost and do not know which way to go, look at the map. So, I love Kippora Gabora. He is just a nice owl. But, yes, I did get all of that, so you can go on your merry way. Hoot, hoot, hoot. Ho, ho. There you go. Anyway, so, as I've mentioned in previous Zelda Let's Plays that I've done, side-hopping and backflipping, rather, is just really great and optimal for getting where you need to be. So, I did not go against my word, as I've used side-hopping, as a means of transportation quicker in Twilight Princess and the Wind Waker HD, especially when I have to use, the pig way in Outset Island to get that heart piece from the grotto. Or not the grotto, but the patch that you have to dig with the giant pig at Outset Island. To get across the bridge, I side-hopped, so it worked a bunch of the time. So as we can see here, I can side-hop so fast, and I still wouldn't make it. That is if you save your game right after getting the spiritual stone. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to when it is dawn, so I will be right back. And the pearly gates of heaven has arisen, and this gate is just going to drop for, like, whatever particular reason. Anyway, if you want a serious life hack with life, climb up this chain on the gate, and then drop down and get some moolah. So, 20 bucks is pretty good. It's pretty good. Anyway, going to be straight to the point here, so what we want to do when we first enter town is go into this box on the right-hand side, bump it open, and get our 4th golden Skulltula. So there we go. And this guy, rather, is just kind of funny because his dialogue just pretty much says that he wants a bunch of trouble. Man, I'm so bored. Things would be sure more interesting if there were more troubles in the world. Yeah, he is just a sucker for chaos, rather. Anyway, but if you want to come in here and get some extra money, you can. It's a nice little spot to do so. But yeah, that's pretty much all it needs to get out of here. And where I'm going to go next is going to be the shooting gallery in the main town, so let's go ahead and get there, shall we? We're going to be upgrading our bullet bag for the slingshot 2 times in this episode if I can manage to do so, so let's go ahead and do that. Great thing, great announcement for those who have not played the first N64 3D Zelda games is that this character here does reappear in Majora's Mask, but her name here is Malon. Her name in Majora's Mask is Romani Ranch, get it? And her older sister, her name is Cremia in Majora's Mask. She just grows up here, and she still carries her same name, Malon, here when we age 7 years later. Hey, your clothes, they're different. You're not from around here, are you? Yeah. Oh, you're a fairy boy from the forest. My name is Malon. My dad owns Lon Ranch. Dad went to the castle to deliver some milk, and he hasn't come back yet. I would go into first-person view here, but he and she both wear a pendant of Bowser from Mario on their clothes, so, I mentioned that in the Zelda lore video that I did with Mega Remaster 1, but anyway, we're here, so this is how we're going to upgrade our bullet bag, so you can just come here to do that. We get 15 shots, we get a few freebies out of this, so it's pretty cool. We just shoot the rupees, and shoot the rupees, and shoot the rupees. It's pretty nifty. So, anyway, we just gotta not miss, and we'll be on our very merry way. There we go. I hope we can do this without any troubles. Yeah. Anyway, we can try again for free, so it's not going to be a problem. So I'll just go ahead and do that right now. Shoot the rupees, and shoot the rupees. Not a problem at all. There we go. Perfect score, and we are rewarded with the Deku Seeds bullet bag. So there we go. We can now carry 40 in the pouch. So there we are. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do when we exit that shooting gallery is go straight to the north, rather. This will be the front side of Hyrule Castle, and we can already see that Gabora has made his way on top of this tree here, so let's see what he has to say to us. So there we go. Hey, LSP, this way. The princess is inside the castle, just ahead. Be careful not to get caught by the guards. Ho ho ho. On this ground, time flows normally. But time stands still while you are in Lon Lon Ranch or in a town. So that's kind of something that I was going to mention rather myself, but thankfully he does it for us. If you want time to pass normally, you need to leave town. Yeah. Well, which way are you going to go now, Hoot Hoot? Do you want to hear what I said again? No. Just, I'm good, man. I get the gist of it, but I appreciate your kindness anyway, sir. Anyway. What I'm going to do here specifically is go and bump into this tree, and we are going to get our 5th golden Skulltula. So just go ahead and slice him on open and pick him on up. Now what I'm going to do here is wait until sunset, and we're going to go back into town during the nighttime to do something pretty awesome, and we're going to get our first collectible. Well, or second, rather, but anyways, let's get to that. Okay, so now that we hear that wolf just start to howl in the background, let's go ahead and go back into town and see what else has to be done. So, what I'm going to do here specifically is find the dog behind the stand. It is going to be a white dog by the name of Richard. He is going to be the dog for a lady in the back alley at night, so let's go ahead and pick him up. Notice me. Come on. There we go. He's going to follow us on over to the back alley, that is. So let's go ahead and make our way there. Alright, so we want to go into this door in the back alley, and right in here is going to be a woman just seeking this dog. Richard! This is my little Richard. Thank you. I'll give this to you as a reward. And we get our first heart piece, so it's pretty nice. Just make sure that you bring Richard to this old woman, or if you want to call her old, but that's up to you. And you'll be fine. Anyway, let's go ahead and make our way to the Princess Zelda. And this couple here can also be seen in Majora's Mask as a bomb and bomb shoe minigame, rather. You are so handsome. Just like the King of Hyrule. Heh. Okay, I don't know which loot bin they just escaped from, but unless they're going to be out of my face and not getting a room in the next 3 seconds, I'm going to be out of that town. Anyway, here is Malon again. Are you going to the castle, fairy boy? Would you mind finding my dad? He must have fallen asleep somewhere around the castle. What a thing for an adult to do. Teehee. Oh yeah, if you'll look for him, I'll give this to you. I've been incubating this egg very carefully. Teehee. We got the weird egg. There's definitely something moving inside of here, so we're going to hold on to it and just pretty much see what happens when dawn comes. Let's go ahead and climb this ladder right up on here, and there's going to be a cuckoo just kind of chilling in there waiting for us to go all the way to the castle, so let's go ahead and run all the way across and jump on down, aboosh. There we go. Nobody do. Nothing too much, just we're going to get through here with as quickly and with as little pain as possible. I don't know how the guards don't hear me right now while making this noise. So much for the element of realism, right? Anyway, I can still hear Malon humming her tune from this far away. It's kind of nuts. Anyway, rolling on over and skedaddle. Right into the water we go. And there are some extra rupees just kind of chilling on the baseline right in for us in the water, so we're going to climb on out of here and find, to our left eventually, the man behind it all. Talon, what have you come to, man? It's just... I appreciate you, man, but... Mumble, mumble. You're welcome. Our ranch is so fun. Come on and look around it. What we want to do, for those who have not played Ocarina of Time, is get this egg, and it's going to hatch at dawn, when the chicken crows. So... Look, a chicken hatched from the egg you were incubating. It's the miracle of life. But if you go ahead and bring out this chicken right in front of him, he's just pretty much going to say, "What in tarnation? Can't a person just get a little shut-eye around here?" "Hello, and who might you be?" "Yep, I'm Talon, the owner of Lon Lon Ranch. I went to the castle to deliver some milk, but I guess I sat down here to rest, and I guess I fell asleep." "What? Malon was looking for me. I'm going to catch her from her now. I messed up bad, leaving Malon behind to wait for me. She's really going to let me have it." The way that he pounds his chest when he's running away, it's freaking comical. Anyway, but the real factor is we're just gonna pull these crates back. I would assume that these crates have milk in them, given that there's an emblem of a cow straight on the front of it. So, that's like one thing for me to assume, given that it's a ranch and that it's more of a place to have milk and chicken and cows and milk. Anyway, getting straight to the point. So now that we've made our little stack of boxes here, we can just jump on across and climb on through, boys. The castle courtyard. Yep, this is pretty easy peasy for the most part. We're going to get through here again as quickly, with as little pain as possible. We're just going to run our way, just be chilling on the baseline, and we're just going to run past these guards like they don't even exist. So, it's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to wait for him to make a left-hand turn on his point of view so I can go on forward. There we are. And if you want to get these rupees here, it's totally up to you. Personally, if you want to have the bravery to do so and face such danger with that guard just sitting there, that's on you. The color of those rupees and the amounts can be placed at random spots. There could be a red one right where those blue ones are, and it's just kind of random. So if you want to reset the game and have that preference set for you, go right ahead. But personally, I don't even think that it's that worth it. Considering the fact that I can just get 20 bucks repeatedly on the door chain or the gate chain of Castle Town. It's nuts. Anyway, gonna wait for this guy to make his turn. Come on, man. Yep. Can you be any slower? And you've had your blinker on for the last 5 blocks, man. Anyway, SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob. Like, the references in that show, you can make... You can never make enough references from SpongeBob. I mean, come on, it's just the way that it is. And that statue, like, with the respect that this game has, that I have for this game, that statue is just very paper-like structure. I'm sorry. But I guess it's just the programming that they had in 1998 when this game originally came out for the N64, but here we are. Okay, so this is the castle courtyard where Zelda is, and I'm gonna go ahead and chill and just kind of explain something here about this window for those who have not really seen this Easter egg in Ocarina of Time. But if you peer through this window, you're gonna see previous Nintendo characters from 1996. More importantly, from Mario 64, considering that Ocarina of Time came out 2 years after its release. We have Yoshi, Peach, Mario, and I think Bowser and Luigi right on the other end. Yep, there they are. But if you take your slingshot and go ahead and shoot this window, a guard is going to tilt through and say, "Hey you, don't cause any trouble," and pitch a bomb right at us. So we can just go on and run away. But if you want some quick little money, you can just kind of shoot that window right there, and out pops the doozle. $20. But there you go. Anyway, on to our mission. Princess, I'm home. Who? Who are you? How did you get past the guards? Oh, what's that? Is that a fairy? Then are you from the forest? Then, you wouldn't happen to have the spiritual stone of the forest, would you? That green and shining stone? Do you have it? No. No, yes. Just as I thought, and you can also notice that the laugh track from Malon is the same for Zelda, the 7 years younger edition. I had a dream. In the dream, dark storm clouds were billowing over the land of Hyrule. But suddenly, a ray of light shot out of the forest, parted the clouds, and lit up the ground. The light turned into a figure holding a green and shining stone, followed by a fairy. I know this is a prophecy that someone would come from the forest. Yes, I thought you might be the one. Oh, I'm sorry. I got carried away with my story and didn't even properly introduce myself. I am Zelda, Princess of Hyrule. What is your name? LSP. Strange, it sounds somehow familiar. Okay then, LSP. I'm going to tell you the secret of the sacred realm that has been passed down by the royal family of Hyrule. Please keep this a secret from everyone. No. Fine. Fine. The legend goes like this. The three goddesses hid the Triforce containing the power of the gods somewhere in Hyrule. The power to grant the wish of the one who holds the Triforce in his hands. If someone with a righteous heart makes a wish, it will lead Hyrule to a golden age of prosperity. If someone with an evil mind has his wish granted, the world will be consumed by evil. That is what has been told. So the ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the Triforce from evil ones. That's right. The Temple of Time is the entrance through which you can enter the sacred realm of our world. But the entrance is sealed with a stone wall called the Door of Time. And in order to open the door, it is said that you need to collect 3 spiritual stones. And another thing you need is the treasure that the royal family keeps along with this legend. The Ocarina of Time. Did you understand well the story I just told you? That's great. I forgot to tell you. I was spying through this window just now. The other element from my dream, the dark clouds, I believe they symbolize that man in there. Will you look through the window at him? Can you see the man with the evil eyes? That is Ganondorf, the leader of the Gerudos. They hail from the desert far to the west. Though he swears allegiance to my father, I am sure he is not sincere. The dark clouds that covered Hyrule in my dream, they must symbolize that man. What happened? Did he see you? Don't worry. He doesn't have any idea what we're planning yet. Yes. I told my father about my dream. However, he didn't believe it was a prophecy. But I can sense that man's evil intentions. What Ganondorf is after must be nothing less than the Triforce of the Sacred Realm. He must have come to Hyrule to obtain it. And he wants to conquer Hyrule. No, the entire world. LSP, now, we're the only ones who can protect Hyrule. Please. Thank you. I am afraid. I have a feeling that man is going to destroy Hyrule. He has such terrifying power. But it's fortunate that you have come. We must not let Ganondorf get the Triforce. I will protect the Ocarina of Time with all my power. He shall not have it. You go find the other 2 spiritual stones. Let's get the Triforce before Ganondorf does, and then defeat him. One more thing. Take this letter. I'm sure it will be helpful to you. We have the princess's autograph, all of a sudden. But anyway, this will come in great fortune, so there we have it. And we can pretty much use it for getting a bunch of dialogue later, which is going to be redundant, but anyway. This person right over here will escort us out of the castle, rather. I am Impa of the Sheikahs. I am responsible for protecting Princess Zelda. Everything is exactly as the princess foretold. You are a courageous boy. You are heading out on a big new adventure, aren't you? My role in the princess's dream was to teach a melody to the one from the forest. This is an ancient melody passed down by the royal family. I have played this song for Princess Zelda as a lullaby ever since she was a baby. There is a mysterious power in these notes. Now listen carefully. You learn Zelda's lullaby. If the castle soldiers find you, there will be trouble. Let me lead you out of the castle. You brave lad, we must protect this beautiful land of Hyrule. Take a good look at that mountain. That is Death Mountain, home of the Gorons. They hold the spiritual stone of fire. At the foot of Death Mountain, you will find my village, Kakariko. That is where I was born and raised. You should talk to some of the villagers there before you go up Death Mountain. The song I just taught you has some mysterious power. Only royal family members are allowed to learn this song. Remember, it will help to prove your connection with the royal family. The princess is waiting for you to return to the castle with the stones. Alright, we are counting on you. Okay, so it turns out, as much as I do not want to end off this episode, I'm going to do it right here. So, in the next episode, we're going to go back into Kokiri Forest and get a few collectibles. So it's going to be pretty fun once we enter that place again for the second time to get something else that will help us out in Death Mountain. So, with that, I will see everybody back in episode 3 of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Revisited. Subscribe, like, comment, or anything else, and peace out, everyone.